Hey everybody, it's Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. I'm just feeling so grateful this morning, so happy to have the beautiful listeners in my life and all the wonderful people, my patients, my family, people I love. And it's heartwarming. My little Duke, and that's my kitten, and my Princey, my other cat. So they're so lovely. They were sleeping with me last evening, just right by my side. It was so sweet. So I'm glad I have my health. Glad I have God in my life, and I just feel great. So just want to share. I've been cross training for my marathon and just taking one day at a time, but loving it. And honestly, I was getting a little challenged last week, just upset, like, why is this happening? I can't run. What's going on? Am I going to be able to run the marathon? And just getting to all these limiting beliefs. And I was like, nope, I'm just letting that go right now. And I am going to be focusing on me in a healthy way and how I can contribute and help others. And that's making me feel a lot better. So I don't want to have a pity party anymore. I want to feel good. And there is a beautiful waterfall, a little fountain behind me, and the sunrise is just so beautiful. So I want to just do a gentle breath work and do a little workshop on just breathing. So I'm going to ask that you take a nice deep breath in and a nice long exhale out with a big smile. Deep breath in again. And just think of what you're grateful for this morning. Putting in joy today. And one thing I was looking at yesterday was Mel Robbins. She has a little trick or a secret how to kind of biohack your brain, your mindset, or emotions. She uses the 5-second rule, and she has a TED Talk on this. It was really, really powerful. I was listening to her being interviewed by Tom Bilyeu, and she was just talking about how it's simple but easy. You're basically counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you just take an action. You don't overthink, you don't analyze. Remember, when we think too much, it can go into our basal ganglia, and you can create habit loops where we literally do things on autopilot. That's when we're just eating that cake, the Oreo cookies, or Haagen-Dazs ice cream, or donuts, and you're just like, what happened? Where did the container go? I just started, now it's all gone. Or you just binge watch on Netflix or Vudu or some type of TV, or playing that video game for so long, you just get caught up, or you're just scrolling through social media and you're like, hours pass. So this is that time to kind of get your life in gear, get out of bed instead of you're continuing to hit the snooze button. And that's what she was doing. She was on the verge of bankruptcy at 41, just fighting with her husband all the time and just not in a good place. She was unemployed and just not happy. And she couldn't get herself to get out of bed. She knew she had to get the kids to school, and she continuously hit the snooze button and just rolled over, and the kids got to school late, and she realized, I need to change that. And what happened, and she had the desire, it's just the impetus. And she says motivation is BS. What she found was she was watching NASA launch a rocket, and then as they did the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. She was like, I wonder if I can launch myself out of bed. And I just thought, momentum. That's how I get to myself running or going or doing any activity. I literally don't overthink. I either go to bed in my clothes and just jump out of bed and go for the run, or go exercise. I say I can complain later or talk myself out of it after the fact. And it does work. It's amazing when you just go for it. And your body, it knows what it needs to do. So if you don't try to think, you hesitate or think about it, then it doesn't usually happen. But if you just go for it, you pick up that apple and just eat it. You pick up the fruit or vegetable and you start eating it. You feel so much better. Or you in the grocery store and you buy that stuff, your body will say, yay, you could do it. So let's take another nice deep breath in. Good, gazing up. What are you grateful for? What are you appreciative of? What do you love? What makes you happy? What makes you joyful? What is your purpose? And if you're like, I don't know, it's okay to think of things that bring you contentment or fulfillment. So when you're doing it, like for me, just teaching a yoga class, I feel so fulfilled when I can give back and add value, when I can get somebody out of pain or get a patient well. So they were trying to figure out root causes. They're having gut issues and their stomach is bloated and gassy, or they're having lots of diarrhea. We actually figure out why. And then they start feeling better. They're able to function, do the things that they love to do, be with their families, walk their dog, just be a contributing part of society. And then they come back to me and say, thank you, Dr. Goals. I was like, and again, I don't do it just for that part, but it feels so good to do it. I really do it because it's in my heart. I know it's my purpose, my mission to get people well and healthy, have fun in the process, and know that exercising, eating healthy doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be work. You can make it fun. You can do it with a smile or a laugh with some fun music. Take another nice deep breath in. Oh, that feels so good. Release the neck. Oh, my neck has been a little stiff this morning, so it feels nice to just loosen it up. Just move the body. Whatever movement you do every day, your body will thank you. And if you could just rotate the wrist, that feels good too. Just wiggle those fingers. Oh, good. And a nice big smile. That's the cherry on top. This is Dr. Goals with Dr. Goals Optimal Living Institute. Live your optimal life and have a fabulous day. Again, try that rule. I would love your comments on it if you've used it before. If you haven't known about Mel Robbins, I know she's pretty famous. She wrote a book about the 5-second rule, but I would love your feedback if you've been doing this. And if you haven't, try it. Why don't you try it and then use the momentum to get you to that next level. Another thing she was saying too is just what will I get out of doing this? So think of the action, whatever you want, do it. And then the idea that excitement and fear, physiologically speaking, have the same manifestations in the body. So in the body, when you're scared or when you're excited, your heart races, you may sweat a lot, you may feel jittery, but if you just reframe it, instead of saying, oh my God, I'm scared to run this race, or I'm scared for this job interview, or I'm scared to talk to my boss about this, or deal with my kids, dealing with a heavy issue, or my spouse or significant other. Said taking that step back and say, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about giving this talk. I'm excited about giving this post today. Woohoo! I'm excited about talking to my kids about sex. I'm excited about running this marathon. Woohoo! Woohoo! And just imagine how that's going to feel in your body when you say that over and over again. And again, our brain only knows what we tell it. So if you tell yourself you're freaking out, that's probably how you're going to feel, or if you focus on that. But counting again, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it creates a pattern interrupt. And I've done this with NLP. You can do this with tapping. If you've done the eye movements, rapid eye movements, or EMDR, it's all on the same premise. We just have to create an interrupt in our body. That's why you could throw a tantrum. That's another interrupt. Or laugh. That's another pattern interrupt. I call them lollipops. If you can create healthy changes, healthy thought processes, it'll give you, when you go to the doctor, they give you a lollipop when you're good. So it's kind of reinforcing good behavior. So these pattern interrupts can help you to refocus, redirect the mind. You can't just do positive motivation. Again, it can, according to Mel, it's like just garbage. I agree too. You can't just say, all right, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. And your brain is like, I had this go wrong, that go wrong. I'm sick. You have to put yourself in another mindset to get there. So it's not just about positive thinking. It's about reframing or connecting new neuronal connections in the brain, and then you'll start feeling better. So sorry I went off a little tangent, but I think it's so important to know that you can be in control of your emotions. You can be in control of your life. If you are not satisfied with the body you're living in right now, you can make a decision, one decision away from a wonderful life, one decision away from being healthy, happy. Because the nice thing is it's the little steps that build upon each other. And remember the compound effect. Little steps make a huge difference. So imagine just walking 10 minutes a day. Every day you just walk 10 minutes. It's not a lot of time. Huge difference, huge impact. What about positive thoughts? Again, I know it's not just about that, but starting to smile and start rethinking about something in a new light. So you didn't like your boss, but you like your job. You don't like your job, you may think, all right, what else can I start doing? And then working towards that new goal. so you can start getting there. Again, it doesn't mean drastic measures, but we need to take steps in the right direction. And sometimes it is a drastic measure in a healthy way, so we can propel ourselves forward, so we can see changes. And I know just making progress makes a huge difference in my life, and I feel so much better when I just read that article and get some more knowledge, or listen to that podcast. Nowadays knowledge is so readily available. It's okay to ask yourself, what's the big picture? And if you're really like kind of lost or feeling stuck or helpless, it's sometimes good to create a roadmap or kind of a big picture. I'll do some meditation to help me with that, where my mind is just free, creative, open, and see what will actually bring me true fulfillment, what will make me happy, and just thinking, when was I at my happiest state? What was I doing? And then how can I create more of that? And that's the key, I think, to life too, and to real true joy, knowing it comes from within, discovering it. It's not just we find happiness, we actually create it. So on a regular basis, we do the things that we need to do to get us there. We're not going to always be motivated, but that's also the key to happiness and life fulfillment, is you do the things that will get you there. So even if you don't feel like it, like right now I'm supposed to be doing a 2-hour run, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. I'm going to do some pool running today because I'm nursing an injured calf. It's okay. I'm like, oh, but I'm just going to get myself in the car and get over there. I don't really feel like doing it, but you don't always feel like doing stuff that's good for you. And once you get it done, I know I'm going to be feeling so accomplished. And that's the most important part, is do it anyway, because it'll be an ends to a means to an end, where you actually get the true beauty of life and what you're really searching for, and knowing that your body is capable and that you are deserving of a wonderful life. This is Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. Live optimally. Take care now.